lovely. Okay, so one more each side, that's lovely. And then just have a breather there. We're still going to do bridge, we're just going to add on. So now we're going to do bridge, roll ourselves up into bridge, pushing the hips towards the ceiling. Then I want you to come up onto your tiptoes, so really push your hips up to the ceiling. And then I want you just to bring one foot back a couple of inches, so still on your tiptoes, but one foot's nearer your bottom, and then just lift and lower. You should feel it sort of a little bit more tighter in that side because you've moved one foot further back. So just lift and lower, just a small pulse up and down of the hips there, keeping the feet on the floor. Okay, and then we're just going to switch feet, just bring the other foot in, just a few more inches nearer the bottom, and just push the hips towards the ceiling. So up and down, it's a small movement and just a slight adjustment there on the feet. Okay, then just bringing the feet back together level, so you're still on your tiptoes. Breath in, breath out, roll yourself down, all the way through the vertebrae, all the way through to the coccyx, still on your tiptoes. And then we're going to go up again on our tiptoes. So breath in here, breathing out, take your arms with you this time, let's take them overhead. So we're on our tiptoes, pushing our hips towards the ceiling, really high, lifting those hips up, big breath in at the top here, and then just breathing out to roll yourselves back down. Lovely, okay, and then just bring your knees into chest, give yourselves a hug, have a little rock from side to side. Just loosen any tension anywhere. I've got a little bit of my ankles there. Just wiggle your feet if you need to. That's it, lovely. Okay, so we're now going to just take our arms out to T and our legs into tabletop. And I want your arms, although they're out to T, off the floor. So just hold them up for a couple of inches off the floor here. And then just taking a breath in, to engage the core. I want you just to let your knees roll. You're going to do a hip roll, but keep the legs open at sort of the hip widths apart. Don't let the knees collapse into each other. And you're just going to roll from side to side with the arms just a couple of inches up off the floor. So you just got them there. So just going from side to side and side to side. Okay, so not too challenging, I'm sure, but this is where your baked beans are coming in. So one more each side. And then just come back to centre. Okay, then grab your weight, whatever it be. I have actually got a little weight. I'm going to squeeze it between my knees, and I want you to do the same, but with your weight between your knees. So please don't drop the tin on yourselves. Make sure you've got a good grip on it. If your leggings are too slippy, then don't do it. But just squeeze onto the weight, and then just rock from side to side, the same as you were. Arms out to T, arms just hovered off the floor, and just that side to side. So it should be a little bit harder having to squeeze something. And just that extra weight there. So breathing out to bring the hips back and the knees back up, and breathing in to let them lower. So you're not going all the way over, but just a little bit there, side to side. Well done. Very nice, ladies. And then back to centre. Okay, so just remove that weight there. I don't want you to drop it on yourselves there. Okay, and then, I tell you what you can do. Hold it overhead. Hold your can overhead. And we're just going to do a curl up here. So knees in tabletop to still. Breath in, breathing out. We're going to just roll up and just move the can to one side of the legs and then roll back down again. So nice big breath in to come down, breathing out to roll up. So let's use the weight and take it to each side of the knee. So we're just doing a curl up as we come up and rotation as well. So we're curling up and just rotating a little bit to the side. And then just breathe in to come down. So a couple more. Good one for the shoulders. So one more, complete each side. So with a can or a water bottle's fine, with the weight's fine too. Great, and then just bring the weight down, just pop it down next to you. And then we're just going to curl up and we're going to go into the hundreds. So just keeping your knees bent, or you can have your legs long, whichever you prefer. We're going to do 5 little beats with the hands facing down, 5 little beats with the hands facing up, 5 little beats with them facing down, and 5 with them facing up. So keep the breathing going, breathing out when they're down, in when they're up. See, I'm not sure how many we're on, but let's just do a few more. So nice long straight arms, so really pumping that air down as well as that core. Hug your knees in any time you need to. Give yourselves a break there. Just give yourselves a little rock from side to side. Rock the head from side to side to release any tension. Okay, and then I thought from here we could just do a couple of rolling like a ball as we're here. So let's rock up and take our rocking to forward and back. So just start by lifting your knees, lifting your bottom off, and then just bringing yourself up onto your sit bones and then rolling back down again. So just holding onto the knees, that's it, rocking back and forwards, back and forwards. Lovely to really massage that spine. Enjoy that there, making it the roundest back you can. We need to end up laying down, so do one more and then just come back down on your back and we're going to do some rolling up. Lovely, okay. So we're going to roll up as we do. So if you're okay doing it all the way from laying down, just hold on to your legs if you want to. So we're going to start with the legs bent. We're going to just take a breath in here and then we're just going to breathe out and we're going to curl up. As we curl up, I'm rolling my legs, that's it, pushing my legs away to come forward, reaching over my feet there. Breath in here, breathing out, and then we're going to start to go back. As we go back, just draw the feet back in and continue to roll down. It should be a bit harder than it is normally. I'm just going to move back on my mat there, sit up on my mat a bit, taking the arms over. So long breath, keeping the knees bent, breathing out as you curl up. If you need to use your thighs just to help you come up, you can do. Slide the legs away as we come forward and reach over the feet. And then just take a breath in here, breathing out. We're just going to slide our feet back into bended knee and take ourselves back down overhead. A little bit, I think that's quite tough actually. So breath in here, breathing out. Breathing in, hold the thighs if you need to, bring yourselves forward, slide the legs away, nice and long. Breath in here, let's just go back down again. Bring those feet in, try and roll through the spine still as you're going all the way down with control. Let's go for one more. Big breath in here, breathing out as we roll up. Slide those legs away, reach forward. Stretching over those toes. Breath in here, breathing out, roll yourselves back down. And then just bring those arms overhead and hold it there. That's lovely, well done. Okay, we'll change position. We're going to come up onto our knees. So just in your own time, just bring yourself up into tall kneeling, and this is where we need the weight again. Okay, so my hair's all falling down, but never mind. Okay, so from here, just take hold of the weight. I want you to tall kneel. So all we're going to do, I'll just go sideways so you can see, is take a breath in, engage your core, and then you're going to fold forward. And then you're just going to take the arm out to the side and down, holding the weight. So this is where, if you're using the weight, taking it out to the side and down. So it's working the shoulders, but you're bent forward slightly. You've got your core drawn in to support your back. And we're just going out to the side and forwards, out and in. Same arm, out and in. So if I had the bands, if we all had bands, we could use bands, but we're using this today. But we're folding forward, so we're just balancing here. So it's challenging your core to hold you straight. Just holding your strength there. Okay, and one more. And then we're going to change it to an upright row. So we're just going to go up and down. So we're working the back of the arm here. So we're just going to go up and down. So we're working the back of the arm, the tricep as well. It's like starting a motor. So the same arm. Just a couple more. I'll just come around to face you again so I can do the other side. So let's do the other side. So changing the weight, let's do the other arm. So just out and down. So just out and down. So keeping that weight there bent over so you're folded forward. Just pulling the arm out to the side, so shoulder lifting. Couple more. Okay, and then this time we're going to come up and down. So we're going to pull it up and down. So we're working the back of the arm. So we're just lifting that up. We're just pulling the arm, elbow up towards the ceiling there. So it's like a rip starting a mower or something. Okay, and down. And then back to the other arm. And we're going to follow with our eyes this time. So we're going to look and down. We're going to look, we're going to turn the head as we come down. So we're just rotating to the side and down. So that's 3 and that's 4. And then do the same on the other side. So 1, 2. So we're rotating there. So really holding that tummy in. So you're working the abdominal muscles at the same time and looking to the side. 4. And then we've got up and we're going to just pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go to the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then just place that down and then just pull yourself back into child's pose and rest. Just pull yourselves back down here. Really reach the arms away, so really stretch into the shoulders. And then I want you to draw your hands to your knees and just lift your back up and round your back. So just breathing out. And then just breathe in to slide the arms away, reaching forwards. And breathing out to bring yourselves up again. So I'm pulling myself up, I'm rounding my back, really rounding my shoulders, but I'm still on my knees with a rounded tummy, pulling my core in tight. I'm reaching out one more time, long. And then just one more stretch of the rounded back. Lovely. And then just walk your hands forward and we're coming to all fours. Okay, so from here we just do some cat stretches and then we're adding on some other things. We're going to need the weights, so keep it handy. Okay, so just to start with, do a normal cat stretch. So take a breath in, just make sure your knees are hip width apart, your arms are beneath your shoulders there directly. And then breathing out, let's round the back round. And have a really long stretch here. Pull out through the shoulders, tuck the head down to look at the tops of the legs. And then just breathe in and bring your eyes forward of the hands. Just have a look in front, straighten the back. Let's just do that again. Breathing out to round the back. Round the head, have a look at the tops of the legs. And then just breathe in to come forward and look in front of the hands. Okay, lovely. So take hold of your weight with one hand. We're going to take one hand out to the side. We're going to take the opposite leg out behind and we're going to just bring them back. So we're just going to come out and we're just going to come in. So opposite leg to the arm. So the leg's going straight behind you, the arm's coming out to T. Just keep your eyes looking in front of your hands there. So you're keeping your neck in line with the spine. So just pushing that leg out and in, just brushing the mat with your knee. So it's the same side, obviously, because we're just using the one weight. So let's see if we can do a couple more. One more. Lovely. And then let's do the other side. I'm just going to turn around because of my beam here behind me. So the same on the other side. So we're going to just take opposite arm out to the side and knee and leg back behind you. So pushing that leg away, breathing out as we're pushing the limbs away. Make sure you really extend them, really lengthen, really push as hard as you can away and draw them in with control. So a couple more. And then just come back to centre. Just do a little cat stretch there, just to stretch out the back. So breathing out as we round the back. And then just breathe in and extend. So this time look forward. So let's just have a stretch forward, just stretching the back the other way. So I'm going to do anything else on that one. Okay, so just stretch it down. So we're just going to come down and just do a thread the needle. So just to stretch the shoulders out. So have a stretch, just take one arm through underneath, push your bottom back and just have a stretch there through the shoulder. Just hold it there for a second or two. Hello, Ziva. Okay, let's just switch and do the other side. So just push the other arm through, threading the needle the other side. And then back to centre. Okay, slide yourselves forward onto your front now. And just take your can in, or your weight in front of you, because we will use it in a moment. Okay, just slide yourself down onto your tummies and just place your hands under your forehead to start with. So just lying here with nice long legs. Imagine you've got that ice cube underneath your tummy, so draw that core up by taking a breath in, pull the core up and keep it there. Okay, and then we're going to now just not take our breath out as we lift our head and shoulders up. Just breathe out and bring your hands as well, and then just breathe in to come down again. So just get the upper back really stretching and working. Breathing in as we come down. Keep that core drawn in. Think about the ice cube, it's cold under there. So just lifting and lowering the head and shoulders. So lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. Wonderful. Keep on going. That's very nice. So lifting and lowering. Okay, and then just hold it down there. And just this time I want you to take your hands forward. Take hold of your weight you've got there. Okay, so we're just going to take a breath in and then just breathing out. Lift the head and shoulders, lean on your bottle or can and push it away from you. So we're lifting our head and shoulders, and then we're just going to breathe in and bring it back down, okay, with the head. So breathing out, so push it away from you, lean on it if you can, and reach away, and then just bring it back in. You can always hold it, you don't have to slide it along the floor. If you'd rather hold the weight, lift the head and shoulders and push the weight away from you, and then draw it back in again. So a can or a bottle's fine, just push that weight away, lifting the head and shoulders and just breathing in to bring them back down again. So lifting and pushing and just bringing it in on the in-breath. So breathing out to lift and push away, breathing in to bring it back down again. We okay with that? So lifting up, pushing away, and then just breathing in to bring it down. One more. So lifting up, pushing away, and just breathing in to bring it down. Lovely. Okay, so rest it there. Rest your head down. We'll do some leg work now as we're here. So just holding your head down onto your mat. Let's lift one leg long behind and point it away, really point it away and lower. And then let's lift the other and lower. So really lift as high as you can and lengthen away. So lifting and lengthening away. So just resting the head and just working the legs. So as we're doing this, really point the toes, really feel like you're trying to push your foot away from you to kick the door behind you closed. So lifting and lowering. One more each side. And then lower them down. And then just bend your knees, so you're pointing your toes at the ceiling. Then I'm just going to ask you to push your feet together and just try and lift and lower the thighs off the floor. So nice one for the glutes and the lower back. So just lifting those thighs. It's a small movement, pushing the feet towards the ceiling. So push, push, push. Two more. Lovely, and rest it there, hold it down there. Just have a breather here. Just rock the hips from side to side. I'm just going to move into another move before we have a rest. Okay, so bringing your hands by your side and curling your toes under. I'd like to push you up into plank position if you can. So if you need to use your knees, please do. So we're just going to push ourselves up into a plank and hold it there. So we want to keep this nice straight line between our head and our bottom. And then all we're going to do is just bring one knee in and push it out. So pushing the knee in and pushing the foot away. So keep the foot flexed, so it's the same size. We don't want the bottom in the air, we don't want bridges, we want the back flat. So we're only moving from the knee. So the knee and the hip is moving. So bringing that knee in and out, same side, same foot. Try and keep the eyes in front of the hands so you've got the back in a nice straight line. 2 more on this side. And then rest that foot down. Let's switch and do the other side. So bring that knee in and out. So you're kind of bringing into waist level really, rather than chest. So we're not rounding the upper back. We're trying to keep a nice straight line there. So it's a leg and hip movement. Glute exercise. Kick that heel back. You're slamming the door closed behind you. So pushing it back. That's it. So bending that knee in, pushing it back. In and out. And out. In and out. 2 more. Go for it. And then we're going to change position. And out. Lovely. Okay, lower that down. Bring yourselves back into child's pose and have a stretch and a breather there. Well done, everybody. Okay, do grab a drink at any time. It's quite warm today. And then we're just going to go over onto our backs for a couple more exercises on our back. Okay, I'll just stop the camera here. That's lovely.